Streets of Heaven is showing on Ruth Kadiri 24/7. Now, oh guys, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know what to tell you guys. I really do not know what to tell you. Guys, Streets of Heaven talks about two individuals who love each other so much despite their genotype. The AA is a very big factor, guys, but in this case they were SAS. So you can just imagine the ASAS, as they decided to get married, then having children, getting pregnant. The lady was like, you know what, I want to abort this pregnancy. This is not the case where we know that something or a miraculous thing will happen. They decided to keep the baby because the man claimed he heard a voice from God that something miraculous will happen and change the genotype of the children. They had these children only to lose the twins in 2 weeks, I be 3 weeks, guys. So yes, basically the movie talks about genotype issues in marriages and how it affects marriages. That's what you're going to see watching this movie called Streets of Heaven. Now let's talk cast. Let's start with Ruth Kadiri. Actually, Ruth, Ruth has been having a lot of bad PR, for her movies, outside of YouTube or outside of her community or outside of her fan base. Now, this movie, she did better with the production because we had, with, let's say, the location, for instance, the hospitals or the hospital scenes was quite better. Then, of course, also talking about drama, conveying emotions, she did a lot more better in this movie. Generally, she did way better compared to movies that were shot, months ago. Now, talking about her character, she played the love interest to Daniel, and they were so in love. They got married, got pregnant, and she was like, no, this genotype is not a way to keep this pregnancy. She won the husband, she won the boyfriend, but of course love blinded this man and believed in God that a miracle will happen. Well, that did not go as planned at all. So her character here as a mother, she was very emotional to lose her kids. She was believing and still having a lot of doubt. Ruth was very emotional. You could feel her pain. She did way better, This is Ruth Kadiri of, should I say, 8 or 10 years ago, when she used to act with Majid. This is the Ruth that I know. Look, she did really good. Her character, she conveyed that emotions, and she acted so well. She was communicating with her daughter, and then the husband especially, and also the friend or therapist or doctor that she was telling the story to. She did a very good job on that. Then her costume on this set was also good, was also better compared to roles that she played. I love the boo-boo. The boo-boo looks very expensive, look very clean and iron. And then the makeup, in her office. The office is a different office compared to the other office location that they use all the time on YouTube. Exactly. So that is a different feel. I love that there's a change in the office location, the hospital location. There's a change there. The hospital bed, there's an improvement. Like, I know Ruth Kadiri, she used to use this one single, like, if you know Ruth Kadiri movies and her hospital scenes, you know what I'm talking about. So this was actually an improvement in production for her. So this was really good. Then let's talk about Daniel. Daniel wanted to do ancestor to Jesus in this movie. I mean, he believed, he knew, like love just blinded him. The love was just too much that he did not use logic in his submission of how they want to go about it when the pregnancy was announced. So that was really good. I mean, those who can relate with Daniel's character. I love how he was also able to convey a little emotions from him. He felt bitter. He felt betrayed. He felt disappointed. Like you could feel all of that in Daniel's character, which is really good. Like if they can be doing this more often, I mean, the storyline is not new. So now it boils down to the characters, how they're able to convey the story to us. Do you understand what I mean? So kudos to Daniel. He also did, really good job on this movie, which I enjoyed. I really liked that so much. Then finally, I want to talk about the little girl. I don't know her name. Those who know, is it Candice? I don't know if it's Candice or not. This girl, finally, I've seen her. I'm seeing her outside of Destiny Tico's channel, because she's always on Destiny Tico's channel. If you guys watch my previous review that I just did, I was like, when am I going to see these girls on another production? So I don't know whether finally we are going to be seeing them on other productions. So this is a good one. This is the first time I'm seeing her outside of Ruth Kadiri's outside of Destiny Tico's production. The only thing that I want to talk about is that I didn't see her in action. If you watch this little girl on Destiny Tico's production, she's always active. They give her more scenes, more script to talk, more lines to deliver, and things like that. This place, I don't know if it's because she's sick or she's an SS patient. That's why they didn't allow her to talk much. I don't know, guys. I expected to see the little girl or Candice or whatever, in action, but that was my disappointment. But then, notwithstanding, I love that she's outside of Destiny's production. That's really good. I want to see more of that so that she can, improve and deliver more. So that was nice, but I expected more from her character. Then I want to talk about the other supporting cast, which is the hospital scene. The hospital scene, most of the time, I love how the other patients, or which of course they are also part of the production, I love how most of them were always doing on looking as if they are not part of the production, and when they needed to act like they are concerned about how this patient is crying about the death of their child or death of a sibling. I love all of that. So look, in general, this was a better production for Ruth Kadiri. I really hope that she keep the momentum, she doesn't bring it down. That was really nice. Then cinematography, obviously, Ruth Kadiri is going to give you a very bright, very colorful cinematography, and her cameras are always on point. I mean, if you are a fan, you should know her cameras, good quality editing. I'm not I am good with seeing color scheme and angles and focus and things like that. Ruth had that on point for me personally. I think I like that. And costume on point, drama. For me, I think I enjoyed this movie very much. Rating it, I'm going to give this movie a 6/10, just because this was a better and a good movie. The story, again, is not new. We've seen movies that talks about genotype and how the couples always end up whether apart or together or whatnot. And lastly, before I end the video, I love how it ended. Despite how they love each other, they just can't be together. I mean, with genotype, what is the point of being together, having children, and the children, passing and leaving you behind despite everything you want to do? So I love how she ended the thing and said, look, you know what, I want you to have your own family. I just love how it ended. I want you guys to go and watch the movie Streets of Heaven, showing on Ruth Kadiri 24/7. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and support this channel, please, and give this video a thumbs up. Then finally, I want you guys to let me know what you think about the movie. If you have seen it, let me know what you think genuinely about this movie. I'll see you all in the next video.